Yes, it is push notification. How has this particular traffic source been working for you guys?
There's actually two ways. One is you run by the paid push traffic sources. The other one is you can build your own push list. There are many out there. So like push Nami is one. One is one. Push ground is one.
What you call that, the guidelines or like policies for push networks like this vary from country to country, but what would be a good indicator on that?
Yeah, so this is how they are doing it right now. The ISP lenders and either the ISP lenders or the branded affiliates.
Oh wow, so you are pretty much providing everything to the affiliates. Hello everyone, welcome to the Ben's Talk Show. And today we are excited to have invited Zach from Vivi Media to share with us on this particular traffic source, which is, I would say it has become really popular in this year, 2019, because of the traffic is really dirt cheap and it has massive volume. And I guess most of you have already know which traffic source I'm talking about. Yes, it is push notification. So welcome Zach, welcome on board. Glad to have you.
Hi Ben, it's a pleasure to be here. Let me do a short introduction of myself. Anyway, I'm Zach, a senior affiliate manager from Vivi Media. I have been in this industry for like 8 to 10 years, 5 years in the network. Before that, I was an affiliate doing like mobile content, trials, Nutra, and stuff like that. In my free time, I also write a blog to share resources, tips, or even like exclusive deals and all that. So anyway, I'm happy to be here to learn about push traffic.
Okay, yeah. So do you mind to share with our audience, like how has this particular traffic source been working for you guys?
Actually, push traffic is one of our biggest source right now from our affiliates.
Okay.
Actually, push has been around for quite some time. Like 2 to 3 years back, it started to become popular, but like the recent one, it has really been explosive. Affiliates like to run push because it's cheap, and there are a lot of offers that can convert on it. So most of them has a greater ROI using push. So it has really been working well for us.
Right. And I do aware that you have prepared a presentation and you want to share it with our audience.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to that.
Okay, let me just share the screen first. Okay, so basically I'll talk about two things. One is push notification and what kind of offers work well in push notification based on the experience from our side. So let's start. Okay, so for the benefit of affiliates who might be new or might be experienced, so I'm going to just talk about push in general. So what is push notification? So basically, you won't be unfamiliar with push notification. Every day you see your Skype messages, you see your WhatsApp messages. These are generally push notifications on your phone. Yeah, so basically they're just an icon that pop out on the devices. Yeah, like I say, your messages, your calendar updates, your Uber arrival, and stuff like that. So these are the apps. The usual push notification you see are the apps that you actually give permission to show to you. Okay. So there are a few elements of push notification. One is like the icon, the headline, and the description, which is like the body text. Usually the headline and the description, they are like limited by a max number of characters. Yeah. So there are a few ways to run push notification. There are actually two ways. One is you run by the paid push traffic sources. The other one is you can build your own push list. So I'm going to start with paid push traffic sources. Okay, so there are many paid push traffic sources out there nowadays. Some of them are purely push sources. Some of them are actually like native sources, but they added push to the inventory. But one thing you have to note is there are some push sources that are not just selling their own database. So not all push sources own their own database. Some of them rebroker push databases from elsewhere, like for example, Mega Push.
Right.
So
in other words, if I were to run traffic with them, in other words, I'm going to be paying a premium as the traffic has been brokered.
Not exactly. Okay, so Mega Push has their own push database, but they also incorporated other push databases from other places like Maven, Xterra, Dow Push, and all that. So when you create a campaign, you can actually select what kind of push list options that you want. You can exclude all of the rest and include only Mega Push database, or you can include the rest. So they kind of serve like an exchange also. In most cases, if they incorporate push database from elsewhere, they will stay on the platform. So it's pretty clear. Yeah. So yeah, there are some push sources that paid push sources that I highly recommend, because I've seen my affiliates do well in them, and they have like been delivering good leads so far. So my top two will be like Mega Push, Propeller.
Right.
Yeah, and with these push sources, a lot of times you can actually check the bid prices and the expected volume you can get when you sign up for an account. So yeah, we are linked up with a lot of push sources, so we have a lot of good friends over there. So if any one of y'all need any like account reps or advice, let me know, then I can hook you up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is building your own push list. So this is something that is happening pretty recently, and maybe the past year or so. So, yeah. Okay. So another way that you can run push traffic is you build your own push list. So what are the benefits of building your own push list? So basically, once you build your own push list, you can monetize your own database multiple times. It's like an asset that you can keep. Yeah, so it's actually very similar to building your own email database or SMS list. And so you can build your push list while running your normal campaigns. And you can build it from anywhere. So you can run on push traffic, you can run on top traffic, you can run on native, display, Facebook, or other sources. And you can still build your own push list wherever you run. So let me just briefly demonstrate like how you build your own push list. So first up, you need to sign up for a push notification service. So there are many push
one out there that you can recommend.
There are many out there. So like Push Nami is one, One Signal is one, Push Ground is one. So these are the more popular ones.
Yeah, but I do feel that some of these services, they actually do blast to your own list as well. I mean, in that case, like, would there be any like let's just say, today if I want to have like be in control of my own data, like would there be any service out there where it allows me to do this kind of thing?
Actually, that is not what I know of at the moment, because like with push notification service, it's also like SMS service or like email service, or like even on the traffic sources that you usually run. Most of the time, even if you have your own email list, your own SMS list, they are also able to like push to your own list if they want to, or even the traffic sources. So it's more of I think it's more of a integrity thingy and business model thingy. If they
that's what I'm talking about. Like, so yeah, because I do believe that most of the time people, they are still concerned, because after all, like, I'm the one that spent the money to collect the list and stuff.
Yeah. So right now, at least those guys I know that are building big push lists, they are also using this kind of service, like One Signal, Push Ground, Push Nami. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think affiliates have anything to really worry about, because it can happen anywhere, not just with like So as I mentioned, you need to get an account with one of the push service. So for this example, I will use like Pushnami. So this is a screenshot of the Pushnami platform. So once you sign up, you need to add your domain to the Pushnami site. So usually when you run campaigns, you'll be running it with a lender. So in this case, the VV Media will be replaced by your own lender domain. Yeah. So once you added the URL, then you can proceed to install the relevant JavaScript code and files. So what happens is, like, if you see Pushnami, right, they will provide you a step-by-step installation. So one of the things that you have to do is to install the script code in your lender header.
Right.
And you got to place some files in your server folder as well.
You can link up the service.
Yeah. So once you have done all this properly, if you go to your lender first time, you should be able to see it works correctly. So how you know it works correctly is this. So I implemented the Pushnami code on our VV Media website. So when it's done properly and you load the vvmedia.com, I mean, in fact, you can even do it now. And you can see, like, there's a small pop-up box that I highlighted in red that says vvmedia.com wants to show notification. So user has the option to select allow or block. So once they select allow, right, that's when they will be ported to your push database inside Pushnami. Yeah. And once they are inside your database, then you can start pushing campaigns to them.
Okay, speaking about this, because we know that for email service provider, email sending platforms, they do have certain things that you can send and you cannot send. Like, would there be similar, what you call that, the guidelines or like policies for push networks like this?
Okay, for push, one of the things why push is so attractive also is because you can avoid a lot of restrictions by running a lot of push. You can run a lot of aggressive stuff on push. But I do know that some push services don't allow adult dating.
Okay.
If it's too new and all that, some of them don't allow that.
Okay.
But if you are doing the whole win an iPhone thingy, Ultra, most of them are really okay.
Okay. Yeah. When you talk about aggressive, like, what do you mean by that? And also, like, could you give us some examples what you deem by aggressive?
Okay, so one of the things that our affiliates are doing really well with us in push is they're doing CC summit offers. So it's a credit card trial offer. So most of the time when they run push, they would, because if you remember, the push has like three elements. One of them is the body, the headline, and the body text.
Yeah.
So the headline will say things like "Congratulations, you have won," and click here to get your iPhone, or you have iPhone and all that. And these kind of things are usually okay with push traffic.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so a few things about building up your own push list is when you do the code thing, when you implement the code thing, a good thing is you should also use other techniques like implement the back button on your lender. So like if a user click back and you can redirect to another lender that try to subscribe them again. So you can like do it a total of like a few times. Also, if you have a developer on your side, you can also implement code on the triggers. Like for example, if they click on allow or if they click on block, you can redirect them to another page as well.
Right.
Yeah. So doing this, like you are able to either increase your subscription rate, or you can like monetize a user more if you want, like just show him offers instead. Yeah.
So speaking about this, like what would be a good indicator for every single opt-in? As we all know, like of course, like the price going to be vary from country to country, but what would be a good indicator on that?
It depends actually. Like for, if I'm not wrong, if US, maybe it's about 5 to 10 cents, or 50 cents to, yeah, or maybe 50 cents. Because end of the day, when you calculate the cost of a push subscriber, usually push notification service, they charge a fee for the number of subscribers you have. Like for example, push army, up to a certain number of subscribers is free. Then after that, when it comes to another tier, then they charge like a monthly fee. So when you calculate the push cost of acquiring a subscriber, it depends on how much you actually make out of pushing campaigns to them. Then you'll be able to calculate like how much the subscriber costs like effectively. But yeah, varies from country to country.
I see.
Yeah, another tip that I want to share is when you are pushing campaigns to your own list, one of the things is don't send campaigns too aggressively. So let's say you're sending a push notification every 30 minutes. So some of the services they offer like, so if you send 2 notifications within an hour, then what it will happen is it will stack the notification on the user's side. So that means users will see 2 notifications from you on his phone.
And what would be the impact on this?
So the impact of this is if you send a campaign, if you send out push too often and too frequently, you will see a very high unsubscribe rate. So the best thing is if you are planning to send like within a short span of period, try to override the previous one. Because some services, they have this option to allow you to override the previous one. So if the user didn't see that notification, you will override that. Yeah.
Right.
And a general rule of thumb is if you're too aggressive with your push, it will result in high unsubscribe rate and lower lifetime value of your database.
So in that case, what would be a good frequency of sending this push notification based on your experience?
Actually, like once a day or even like 4 to 5 times a day is pretty good actually.
4 to 5 times a day?
Yeah, 4 to 5 times a day. But you can override the previous one if the user did not see it.
Okay. So would it be like the goal is just to milk the list before it, enters a week's time?
Actually, it really depends on the affiliate approach. If you want to milk the subscriber before it unsubscribe and you want to earn money ASAP, then then being aggressive is the way to go. But if you are looking at monetizing that user like maybe 10 times or like a year, then being less aggressive is the way to go. So it depends on your approach actually. Yeah.
Okay. So speaking about this, like, would there be any certain offers that are very, very good for this particular traffic source?
Okay, so this is a question asked at the right time because the next slide will be what kind of offers work with push traffic source. So, okay, in general, push traffic source is very popular because one thing is cheap compared to one. Actually, push works for a lot of offers. So, like credit card summit, dating SOI, sweepstakes SOI, and the insurance, the finance, the auto loans, SOI offers, those work very well.
Okay.
And even Neutral will do well as well.
And even Neutral?
Yeah, I know some people who are doing pretty well on Neutral in certain countries.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, but again, CC trials, dating, sweepstakes, SY, the lead gen stuff usually work well.
So based on the stats that you are seeing from your site, like what would be the best for affiliates out there? Like what are some of the offers that guys are making a killing right now?
Okay, so most of the affiliates from my site on push traffic, they're running the CC trial offers. So I'm going to talk about that. Yeah, so CC trial offers is actually very similar to the SOI offers, the sweepstakes SOI. So it stands for like credit card trials. So usually instead of conversion happening when a user fills out a simple form, CC trial offers converts when a user fills out a simple form plus enter their credit card information and subscribes to a service for a trial period. Yeah, and most of the time the teams are revolving around like win iPhones. It's basically sweepstakes like iPhone, Samsung.
Basically sweepstakes.
Yeah, and they have like streaming as well, like movies, sports streaming. Yeah, so there are like two examples of an offer page of a CC trial offer. So if you can see, like sign up to a 5-day trial at bookdem.com. So bookdem.com is actually the service that the advertiser is pushing. Yeah. And usually affiliates, users got to pay like a minimal or nominal fee, like for example, like £1 or like $1. Yeah. And the reason why trials work better than your typical SOI lead gen offers is because they pay way higher. And although the flow is harder to convert, but it should give you a better EPC if you manage to get it to work.
What would be the normal payout for such offer?
Typically, English countries pay about like 10 to 20, whereas countries like France, Belgium, Italy, Nordics, they pay like above 20.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So more thing about the CC trial offers. So how advertisers look at quality is basically on review rates. And the review rate is also where an advertiser makes back their money. So basically, when a user subscribes to the trial, they are billed monthly after the trial period ended.
Okay.
Yeah, and the review rate of about 70% is pretty good actually.
Right. So that explains why the advertiser is willing to pay such amount for just a trial sign up.
Correct. And so far, I have not seen any issues with push traffic on CC trial offers.
You mean on the quality side, or is it?
On the quality side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whereas for lead gen stuff, especially like sweepstakes and dating, the hit or miss for push traffic.
Okay. But would there be any what you call that, like special targeting that is needed? As we all know that for iOS users, like the quality is actually much higher compared to Android. Like when it comes to this, would there be any tips and tricks on the targeting so that our users, our audience, they can implement like right after this, hearing this particular interview?
Actually, most of the push services, a lot of the traffic will come from the Android side.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so most of the conversions that are coming from my side for CC trials on push, they are also mostly Android.
Okay, and what percentage would that be?
Sorry?
What percentage would that be?
I would say like it's a high 80%.
A high 80%. Okay.
Because even if you run on iOS on push, usually you don't get that much traffic compared to Android.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So okay. So over at our side, there are many advertisers in the CC trial space. Yeah. The best geos, they are usually Europe tier 1, such as France, Belgium, Italy, the Nordic, Spain, and the English-speaking countries like UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, US. And actually, LATAM is a very good geo as well. I know a lot of affiliates like the LATAM geos because it's really low on the traffic cost. But for the advertiser side, they are not always the most profitable. That's why whenever there's a lifetime deals from the advertiser side, usually you will see them like not want traffic on the lifetime deals, or they will like pause it totally because it's usually not profitable for them.
Okay, so in other words, whenever you see an advertiser from the lab is looking for lifetime traffic, make sure you run it first. Yeah, to make as much as you can before the advertiser pulls his offer. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it sounds kind of right actually.
Okay, right. But let's just talk about like probably some of the targeting, because I think so far like whatever that we have covered, they are actually quite I would say basic. Like would there be any targeting ability on this let's just say paid push traffic source? For example, Android version.
Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, like the targeting ability on these paid push traffic sources. Like for example, a mega push, propeller. Like, do you have the ability besides selecting the geo? Is there any option for you to target the OS version?
Oh yeah. OS version, maybe for some of them yes, some of them not. But you can also target. I think you can target like browsers, language, and all that.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
would there be any tips coming from your side, like whichever OS or browser that you are seeing higher EPC?
I would say to target browsers doesn't really matter because we don't really see a significant difference in that. But usually most of the conversion, like I mentioned earlier, it comes from Android. But okay, for push, right, the most important thing is the sub ID, which is the publisher's ID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is actually, I think, the most important thing to optimize because certain sub IDs gives you the conversion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In terms of like targeting advice, it's actually pretty broad, and I don't really see any like trends going towards Android, or trends going towards Chrome browser, or trends going towards like Android 4.3,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so is there any particular reason that you say that like CC trial is performing best on push? As compared to other offers? Like, is it because it works really good? Or like, would there be any funnel that you can share with us?
So the main thing why push no CC trial is recommended is because I have seen both sites that run CC trials versus SOI, or even like dating offers. Usually the trial offers, the EPCs are always high.
Mm-hmm.
That's mainly because of the payout, and I think because it converts. So while the CR might be lower than like the lead gen stuff, but the EPCs are always better because the payout is always higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the main thing is also because there are not many there are no quality issues that I've heard of from push on CC trial. Whereas like for lead gen stuff, I do hear like poor quality chargebacks and all that.
Okay, so let's just say right now, like I would want to run this particular offer, sign up, you know, with a chance to get new powerful Galaxy Note 10 Plus.
Mm.
So like, how can I promote this offer on push?
Okay, so most of the time, affiliates are running CC trial offers aggressively on
Okay.
push. Yeah, so
Oh
right
wow.
now, the typical lenders that they are still using very well are the ISP lenders or the branded app lenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically it's the usual question style survey lenders that you see. You can see easily on Perplexity or any other spy tool.
Okay.
So like questions, and after that you will go to the last offer page whereby you select a product and after that.
Is this really
That
coming from Samsung? Because it looks so legit.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay. Also,
Even
this is
the
what you mean by aggressive?
Yeah, so this is how they are doing it right now. The ISP lenders and it's either the ISP lenders or the branded app lenders, like
Okay,
Amazon. Yeah.
right. Okay, so pretty much it's like just ask them some questions and after that and what happens next? What would be the flow?
So after that, they select the product. Then going. They will be directed to the advertisers page, which is this page.
Okay.
So this is the advertisers offer page. So once the user key in their details, then they'll be directed to the payment page.
Okay.
Where they, yeah.
Right. So in other words, like to make it work, you pretty much have to be aggressive on this.
Yes. Actually, I would highly recommend that because I have never seen anyone not running aggressive on CCTV.
Okay.
And the best thing is push traffic allows that.
Or push traffic allows that. Yeah.
Yeah, they allow.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
So
don't
it's
really have to
unlike
do much.
yeah, so it's unlike Google, Facebook, whereby when you try to run this, then you're probably gonna get your accounts banned.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but,
yeah, would there be any like thing that you guys can offer to our audience? Let's just say today they decided to run this offer with you guys.
okay. So with regards to our own CC12 offers, like I said previously, we have many good advertisers with us, spanning across a lot of geos.
Mm-hmm.
So I think offers wise, we have a good pool of selection. Plus, if you need like push sources, recommendations, or if you need me to hook you up with a rep,
Mm-hmm.
to do that for you. If you need lenders to start with, uh, we actually have a team that always does spying and select the most promising lenders. So we can also provide you the lenders to start off. So you just got to upload money in your full traffic.
Oh wow, so you are pretty much providing everything to the affiliates.
Correct.
Oh
So
wow.
the only thing they have to do is yeah. So the only thing they have to do is the optimize the ID.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since when affiliate marketing has become so easy.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be considered easy still.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, like we had to, like do our own lender, like brainstorm our own angles and stuff, and yeah, like nobody's they're gonna be like, hey, here are the lenders, just run it.
Yeah, yeah, because it's very competitive now. So it's good to like start off an affiliate who wants to start push or start CC trial offers with
Mhm.
with something so that they don't waste too much time in thinking of lenders and all that. And with like spy tools so common now, yeah, it's getting a little bit easier. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to know. So I guess yeah, that's is there anything that any last tips that you can share with our audience?
Okay, the last thing that I want to say is actually I didn't touch on that earlier, which is the offer side of things.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at an offer, so there are a few things that makes a CC12 offer good.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the few things is you need to see like the basic things are like localized language and currency because there are some advertisers who doesn't translate or doesn't do the whole localizing properly. They just do
Okay.
a global one, and so yeah, that's one thing that you need to take note of.
Okay.
Then a shorter form is always good. Like then there's the default TNCs. It is like by default is checked, or there's no TNCs at all. That will be help conversion a little bit as well.
Okay.
The number of credit cards that's accepted at the payment page that
Mm-hmm.
also affecting conversion.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing is what makes a CC12 offer really good is actually the meets of the advertiser. So meets are like merchant IDs,
Right.
the banks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how do affiliates know that like if a particular advertiser has really like has like a good reserve of the meats?
Actually, these things affiliate can't really check because it's not visible on the front end. So the best thing is to talk to the affiliate managers about it.
Okay.
Whether the
But would you guys be willing to share all this information? Because I do know that like some people, they are reluctant to share because like, you know, as an affiliate manager, you just want people to keep sending traffic to you. Yeah.
if you ask us, we will be very willing to share because there is no point in not sharing this information.
Mm-hmm.
I think just keep asking affiliates to send traffic to us does not work on a long-term basis.
Okay.
It's not healthy. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I guess that's it for our interview today. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jack, on your sharing. And it's good to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So if you guys want to start running some CC trial offers, do check out WeWe Media, and then ask for Zach as your AM because he's going to send you a lot of lender. And also let you know what are some of the advertisers that are like the new long-term advertisers which you can abuse before they pull out the offers.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time today.
You, Ben. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care. Bye. That's it for our 5th episode of the Ben's Talk Show. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do next is I'll do my best to try to find more content that can be shared with you guys because as we all know that whatever that we are talking about, whatever that we plan to cover is actually very should I use the word secretive? Like you know, if somebody knows something, they are not likely to be willing to share. But yeah, I'll just try to uncover as much as I can with everyone out there. Yeah, so if you like this channel, do subscribe with the button below, and do not forget to join our Telegram group. And together, we are going to explore the affiliate marketing world together. See you next time.